We've been unfortunate enough to land ourselves in a groomer of doom and troll on YouTube. Plus my generated voice is terrible.
Oh geez, low quality snake, what do we do?
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you.
In this video, I want to take a semi-deep dive into Rainbow Six Siege and basically how this company quite literally sold its audience to the world and got away with it multiple times. You know, since the dawn of man, aka the dawn of Siege time, people in the community, you know, the same problems have been arising. Smurfs, people using M&K, Zim, Cronus, and, you know, whatever cheats on PC that you can find underneath the sun or underneath a rock. Ubisoft has never implemented a good cheat yet. I mean, they had BattleEye a couple of years ago, you know, great, but where's the improvement to that? It's been at least 3 or 4 years, and we're still in the dark with that. There's still a rampant amount of Zim players on console, and they would rather focus on adding these bundles and these ridiculous crossover skins, and elite $45 Valkyrie Paragon Elite bundle, by the way, and people buy this. People eat this slop. I would say those people are the biggest threat to the community and to, you know, Siege's well-being, because they feed into the developers and they encourage this just awful behavior that Ubisoft has shown to us, the Siege community, time and time again. And this video is just gonna, you know, be lost in a wave of thousands of other people saying, okay, this game's, or okay, this game is great, you know. And I'm not gonna talk about how toxic the community is. I have to deal with that every time I play casual. I literally have people making Facebook group posts, paying people to TK me in Siege, like...
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm afraid you've been misinformed. Although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devil waiting, friend.
That's ridiculous, dude. The amount of crap I have to go through, and I still play this game. Because there's genuinely not another good game on Xbox. Every other game on Xbox gets boring quick, and I can just play Siege just fast. The constant griefers and smurfs and ranked, the people elo trapping, especially this season. I get elo trapped by these two flamboyant grown men who are boosting their buddy on the enemy. Hey, priest, to enter this lobby, we need Jesus Christ himself to come down from the heavens and baptize these people themselves. They have evil demons nested inside of them, and look at this, they are just frozen in fear. Look at this. You know, me and my couple of stacks of rank that I play with, I have been elo trapped over 12 times this season. That is 4 times more than any other season. Usually it happens 1 to 3 times, and it's whatever. There's some in the community that I have to deal with. I've had to encounter, though, numerous people on the same server. 12 different times, all different people. That is ridiculous, and Ubisoft has just stopped, you know, giving me my elo back. I got my elo back on the first one, but they'll go ahead and they'll ban these people, and they'll be like, oh yeah, they are elo trapping me, you know, that sucks to be you, and they won't give me my elo back. I should already be champ this season. I am stuck in D2 because all my other friends are champ. They've already all hit champ because they don't have to deal with the same stuff that I have to deal with when I play ranked in this game. It is ridiculous. It is a pain in the ass to find a group post, because if you, you know, even get along with these people and you want to keep playing, they're going to just abandon you at the start of the next season or the season after that. I have not been able to keep a rank stack for more than 3 seasons in this entire 10-year life cycle that I've played the game for.
45, huh?
Also, this Siege X update as well. I feel as if we've gone to the past. They need to re-roll the Siege X update or just take it back. It has ruined the game entirely. The hit reg in this game is downright atrocious now. The audio is super bad. It's either the best thing you've ever heard, like you can literally hear someone running above you or running below you or on, you know, the left or right side of you through a wall and whatnot, or other times someone can literally be right behind you, legitimately digging in your butt, twin.
Start digging in your butt, twin.
What? What?
Or they make zero sound. They could literally be right behind you. It could be a, you know, a Monty or a Blitz full on sprinting behind you. You would not be able to hear these people.
Must have been the wind.
best audio in the game you've ever heard, or it's downright deafening and awful. They need to, you know, try and fix this and whatnot, but they're not going to fix this because people keep buying the Jinx Elite, people keep buying all these event packs, people keep buying the Paragon Valkyrie Elite bundle, people keep buying the Borderlands crossover skin, the Rick and Morty stuff.
Wow, that is an ugly kid, Coach.
Yes, it is. You're right. But apparently they love him.
When will it stop? You know, it will never stop. People just need to keep consuming and consuming. Like, how bad does the game need to get? It's already in a state of disarray, but people want to keep buying these transactions and encouraging such a negative behavior on the game devs' part. Like, this is ridiculous. I do not know why we are, you know, rewarding them for such bad behavior. Also, the amount of glitches this season as well. This is by far like the worst season of Siege. It started off with the Clash missile glitch, or where Clash could literally like spam prone and she'd go flying through her shield at Mach Jesus speed. Literally like milliseconds she could cross the map. It was hilarious, okay? Don't get me wrong, but this is a terrible thing to encounter in ranked. And then it became a thing where Clash can prone vault underneath her shield and kill someone while ADSing, and you can't even counter that. That was ridiculous. And then you had the glitch as well at the start of the season where shields would just not even spawn on your character. You'd pick Monty and you'd only have a pistol. Your shield would be gone. It'd be stuck on your back and you can't like take it off or whatnot. Or you'd spawn in with your gadget as a hard breacher and you'd be missing half of it. You'd only have 1 thermite charge, you'd only have 8 Habana pellets, or you'd have, 1, maybe 2 ace charges. And if you're very unlucky, they only give you 1.5. They literally cut the ace charge in half and give you the worst half of it. You know, like, what the hell am I meant to do with this? Open up a barricade? Like, come on now. The ban system that they added, though, the 3 operators that you can ban, I think that's great. However, I think they should add a thing where if you ban a hard breacher, you cannot ban another hard breacher until your 3rd ban. That would probably, alleviate some of the defense or attacker-sided meta bans right now. Personally, my favorite one that my friend group refuses to do is banning Doc, Rook, and Thunderbird and letting the defense people have no heals when it comes to OT, and you just play a bunch of cancerous ops that take away at their health. Also, the uglyification of Clash as well. She looks disgusting now. I hate the way she looks. Not from like a standpoint or anything. She just looks like a human troll. I miss the old Clash. I genuinely, was simping over OG Clash. She looked awesome. That was one glorious milk dud of a woman, and now she's gone. The one thing in this game, actually, one of 4 things in this game that brought me, some joy playing it, they took that away from me. They reworked her. They uglyified her. Like, why? That was genuinely peak. I don't know why they ever even had to change her. She was such a good operator. She was fine as is. And they also made her electricity that doesn't do damage anymore. If you're telling me you're getting tased and it doesn't damage you, that makes no sense. Also with shield melees as well, while we're on this topic, if I melee someone with a Monty shield, which is anywhere from, 70 to 120 pounds of solid metal, and it does nothing to them time and time again, I'm literally beating them into a small bread puddle on the floor or a human pancake. You cannot tell me it's not hurting them, at least breaking a bone or 2, or maybe even giving them a small little scrape. I want 20 damage at the very least for each melee hit that I have on Monty, since you want to go ahead and give every single defender sided melee attacks. Like, you're telling me that little twink Mazir, that little twink Vigil can beat me, the burly Monty shield main? That doesn't make any sense. Come on now. Also, back on the glitches, I know we got, railroaded here. The castle glitch, the thing that, we're losing in ranked. Okay, somebody play castle and then leave the game while we tear down the castle barrier. Boom, okay, the match never existed, just wiped off the face of the universe.
What the f is this?
And it just encourages people to cheat more in this game, because how do you make that a glitch? How were they not playtesting their own game when they released Siege X beforehand? The whole 1.5 years they had to overhype it. What were they doing that entire time? Focusing on the Jinxie Mute bundle? That's ridiculous. I get he's the only one keeping your game alive, but all he's doing is bringing troglodytes to this game that TK me and troll and just ruin the game overall. Sure, they're giving you a shit ton of money, but they're killing your creation. Come on now. Then after the castle glitch, there was the Larry method, which is just lag switching on Xbox, where you could vault into any object, or you go into the roof on Oregon or other maps on Clubhouse and whatnot, and you just plant, and the defenders could not defuse. They were not banning people for this for the longest time. They finally are, and they're working on it, but you can still do the Larry method and get into these spots and plant and whatnot, or get into like, I have a video of this. I could never do it though, because it's too advanced for me. And I tried showing off some of these glitches in a video, which I'll show up on screen, the thumbnail for that, which you can find on my channel. You know, be warned, I have some really good videos and I have some really bad videos. We'll see where this one lands between the two of them. Then came the next cheater method of using OBS on PC to give yourself wall hacks. I have no clue how that works. You know, that just makes zero sense, that a recording software can let you see people through walls. Explain that to me, Ubisoft. How do you allow that to happen? That is just the most far-fetched thing I've ever heard, genuinely. Next, you're going to tell me that if my controller is charging on Xbox, I'm invincible in the game. Like, what? Oh yeah, and on top of that, there wasn't even a seasonal weapon skin this season in the shop that you could buy. You had to buy the battle pass to get the seasonal, and seasonal ain't even that good, because they're focusing too much on these events that cost way too much. You're not going to be able to get this stuff, and they're forcing you to buy it with money because they've nerfed renown in this game now as well. I don't know why they didn't keep renown the same for people who bought the game, and the free-to-play players get the nerfed renown. But if I play casual, I'm only getting 20 to 40 renown, and these packs cost 12,000 renown. You do the math. I genuinely have to play like 50 matches to get one pack, and it's a crappy operator card, not even what I want. So I genuinely caved in, and I spent $6 to get the seasonal for Rengoku. And it's a pixelated mess on the one and only gun that I wanted to see what it looked like on. Imagine how disappointed I am. And that was only $6. Imagine if I spent more, like $18, how the bundle was. I'd be shell-shocked. I really would be. And now with this Elite Nomad drop as well in Twitch that happened a couple of days, that really just inspired me to finally just cave in and make this video that I've been holding off for so long of how much I just despise this game. 65,000 people yesterday were watching Twitch for 5 hours to claim the Nomad Elite bundle. There was only 700 of them. That's something they didn't tell you. Something I found out about 3 days prior. Something I even tried to warn people in Twitch chat, that there's only going to be 700 of them, and that I had the schedule and whatnot. It was all on my YouTube, in which it was. Everyone that I know was watching this drop, of my 11 friends that I have, none of them got it except for me, so that made me kind of giddy. I was like, yay! You know, happy time, happy time. You know, I warned them. I tried to tell them you got to be there. It's only 700. You know, you have a like 0.3% chance or gun against 65,000 other people who want that skin, and there's only a slot of 700. I was one of those lucky 700 people. That being said, I might try my luck in a real-life Squid Game. You know, I might come away victorious. There was only 700 drops for the Nomad, by the way, and you can quote me on this because I genuinely had a contact in Amazon. I'm not bullshitting you at all. And there was 65,000 people in Twitch chat, and I'm trying to tell them this and whatnot and be like, if your progress is not on par with everyone else's, like if you're at 50% progress and everyone else is at 55%, there's no point watching the stream unless you're interested in what's going on. Because I know for a fact 65,000 people did not give a single fuck what off-brand Pro League team was playing against, you know, the Temu Pro League team. Nobody cared. Everyone wanted, you know, a chance at that Elite Nomad bundle. Everyone was greedy and whatnot, me as well, and I got it. I had someone reserve me one of the 700 Elite Nomad bundles, not the flex. All right, you know, I'm just cool like that. I'm unknown but simultaneously known in small niche parts of the internet, which is great. And also, Ubisoft was telling people that you had to pay for a subscription to Prime to subscribe to these Twitch channels, the 3 of them, to even have a chance of getting the Nomad Elite, which was just a blatant lie. And that was Ubisoft being even more money hungry, money stingy, because literally they got 40 or 30% of all the subs that these Prime channels got from the Twitch session, this whole like World Cup or whatever it was called, the Pro League World Cup. And Ubisoft was making bank off of this. Genuinely, from that stream, the 65,000 people that were watching it for 4 to 5 hours, that is at least $1 million in ad revenue. All right, and then what? 16 divided by 700, right? So, or 16 times 700. We'll say $11,000 they lost by getting it out, but they made $1 million. Okay, they made over $950,000 of net profit. Split that, all right? Take 40% of the 900,000. They made a net profit of $360,000. Ubisoft did, and you're telling me they couldn't take another 100,000 to make sure more people who are watching the Twitch had a chance of getting the drop? Literally, I'm the only one in all my friend groups who got the Nomad Elite from the Twitch drops, and that's because I had to reserve it, all right, through someone who I will not expose because they will genuinely get fired for this. All right, what they did was not allowed. I am just so tired of being screwed over in this game that I genuinely had to reach out. I think I've covered all the glitches so far this season. I'm literally like just trying to rack my brain right now why I like talk about all of this. I'm not like Googling it or anything. I'm literally doing this math and whatnot in my head because I'm just literally Dr. Zomboss from Plants vs. Zombies. I'm just that cool. Another thing as well that I didn't like this season and that they should genuinely change is the marketplace, the two-factor crap on there. I will never have access to marketplace because my email that I use is so old that Ubisoft doesn't even recognize it as an actual email anymore, and I can't change it because most of my work stuff and whatnot is signed up through that email. It is a private or a privately owned email company and whatnot, not the one that I use for YouTube because that's not connected to my Xbox, but the one that I use for my Xbox is connected to a private email company that is no longer publicly available, and Ubisoft will not recognize that, so I can't get access to Marketplace. I can't get some of the seasonals that I wanted. I mean, I've been playing the game since literally the dawn of man, so I still have some OG skins here and there, but I want more. We just need more money. Arthur, my boy, we just need more seasonal skins from year 2. Damn it, Dutch. You gotta verify that email. Arthur, my boy, I can't. It no longer exists in the universe. I'm not crazy. Also, the skill-based matchmaking this season as well, that's just a whole nother topic. I can't play single casual, dual front, unranked, or just quick play, and like anything in quick play without encountering a champ who's either placed on an Xbox sweating their nards off. I am literally playing quick match to chill out. I've had a day, and I just hop on Siege. I play quick match to chill out. All right, I'm not trying either. Okay, I'm not, going like 12-0, abusing like the SMG 12 and whatnot, and be like, get Shannon on, get Shannon on. No, I am literally maybe even going even or going negative. I do not go out of my way to try and ruin the experience for others, but I keep getting put in these matches where I'm either dying by my teammates who purposely go out of their way to TK me because they find it funny, I don't know, they just target me, or they see the Facebook group post that literally someone is paying people $5 to $7 to TK me in Siege. That's ridiculous fan behavior. Please cut that out and instead spend that money advertising my channel so I can stop being stuck in this 20 view hellhole that I've spent the entire summer in. I went back in progress by uploading more videos somehow. I don't understand how that works as a content creator. I put more effort and more of my time into my YouTube channel, and instead I got rewarded with more hate and less views. Like, that encourages me to keep going, genuinely. Please, YouTube and Ubisoft, bring it on. I find it weird that YouTube and Ubisoft are literally, ganging up on me. They're tag teaming me here, and I have to try and fight them off with a nerfed Monty Shield. I'm not making that fight. If I was unnerfed, aka had more viewers, pre-nerfed Monty Shield, I'd be slamming him, bro. I'd be like Hulk Hogan in the ring in his prime. I'd be like, come here, little boy. But genuinely, in these cash matches, I'm fighting like these people are trying their absolute hardest, like their life is on the line for 20 to 40 renown, and my teammates are like fresh out of the womb. They just freshly hatched. They just came out of the incubation tube in the R6 servers, the literal test tube babies, and they put them all on my team to like try and like AI train them and whatnot. The bots that you kill and T-Hunt and whatnot, they train those scripts in my casual and unranked matches, and I will never solo queue in ranked because I already know they'd put these same troglodytes on my team, and it would be as if like the Romans were fighting the freaking U.S. military. All right, we're getting obliterated. They just need to call in the M1 Abrams, aka the 24x Zim champion, who's abusing Warden reload glitch and whatnot, and we're getting wiped off the face of that map. All right, I would never put myself through that again. Hell to the no. That's why either 3, 4, or even if I'm very desperate, 5 stack and ranked. I am currently D2 and I need to get the champ. And my friends, they don't want to play ranked, and I don't blame them because this game is so bad right now. This is genuinely one of the worst seasons of Siege. The rank charm doesn't even look that good, but my disgusting crippling FOMO that I have, if I don't get the champ charm, I will be deathly ill for the next season. I do not understand why. And just CJX adding everything, like I like the new graphics, U-Haul and whatnot. I mean, it's not a lot noticeable, but I like how shiny and textured stuff is now. That's great. Also, the explosive pipes and the fire extinguishers that they added, that's a good thing. But everything else, there's so much negative stuff. It is like 30 negative things that I can think of right now versus like 4 or 5 positive things in this game. They need to either fix this update or they need to just re-roll it back. All right, it is not worth it. The crappy hit rich, the crappy sound, the unfair matchmaking just so I can see an explosive pole in 3 maps or a fire extinguisher in 4 maps. Alright, that is not worth it. That's like telling me to cut off both my hands so I can see the color green. Also, the insane amount of crashes as well this season in Siege while I'm playing ranked with my stack. It feels like at least, I don't know, every 2 matches, either 1 or 2 people get DC'd from the game or they lag out. And it's not even on their end, it's on Siege servers, and like it just crashes the game for them. They can't even open up their clips or captures. Like if I send them like a funny image and they look at it through Xbox app, GG, it's over. They get kicked out of the match. It's insane. Also, another thing that they need to do for Siege X is they need to separate the operators and what gets nerfed from PC and Xbox. Monty is useless on his own on Xbox now. He's not even good anymore, and this is coming from someone who has legitimately 2,000 hours or more on Monty. Okay, I've mained this guy since I started playing this game on console. He is my #1 go-to operator, him and Jackal, and I stopped playing Jackal ever since they added operator banning. Ever since then, it's just been Monty, 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 and then Capcan on defense or Frost. But he's like, you know, he can hold his own on PC and whatnot, but on console, he is so nerfed. His pistol drop-off damage is abysmal. The fire rate of the pistol is abysmal. Anyone can counter melee him, and then you're dead. You know, as soon as they swing your shield back, you're dead. You get headshotted instantly. It's a one-shot headshot game. Your shield as well doesn't even spawn in half the time for the enemies. It doesn't even spawn in on you half the time either while you're playing. You can get nitro through your shield. The nitro will literally go through the glass in your shield and just kaboom, you know? You can't even compete against that. Or I would EMP nitros like I used to do now. And the hit rate this season is so atrocious, so bad, so horrific that I can EMP a nitro that's on the ground. They will still go off even though I got the +5 impact EMP activation or deactivation thing. It still goes off on me. It's like there's a freaking like trip mine sensor near it, and if I get like a step within a 3 feet parameter of the thing, it just releases a tactical nuke and I get blown a game of Connor. My team is like, didn't you just EMP that? And I have to explain to them why Ubisoft purposely singles me out and targets me